Yes, hi everyone, we are with Sir Mohammed Shahid. He is a mixed martial artist himself.
Ex-mixed martial artist.
Ex-mixed martial
Yes, I'm too
artist.
fat now to be a fighter.
But as they say, once an MMA fighter, always an MMA fighter. So sir, tell us about, MMA is not a common or a familiar sport where you come from, right? So how did it start? How did you get into MMA?
I mean, I love fighting, I love martial arts. I mean, like every other kid who was at our age who loved MMA, started by Jackie Chan movies or Van Damme movies or some of these movies that inspired you to be a fighter or martial artist. Likewise, I was inspired by movies to be a martial artist. Always enjoyed fighting when I was a kid. My cousin brother used to be a really good karate practitioner. So I was motivated always by toughness and strong men. So I wanted to be that. I started training hard. Always loved to compete when I was young. And eventually it reached to a point where I realized that if I want to do something in my life, I want to do it with my physical abilities, where I can be physically and mentally strong and use that capabilities, not in the office, that's always been my dream. So it's either the army or I should be an MMA fighter. I tried to join the army and I couldn't get into the army because of family requirements. Our family was not very happy with getting me into the army, but they just got me out of the idea of going into the army, and then they got themselves into a bigger mess. I said I want to be an MMA fighter. That's when I couldn't, because I came to know that MMA fighters train 6 to 7 hours a day. So I want to be the best in the world, so I have to train 9 hours a day, a little more than everybody else. So, but you have schools, so the only way to get into MMA and train 9 hours a day without getting affected by school is to quit school. That's how I jumped out of school and thought that I would continue my career full-time as an MMA fighter regardless of what anybody says, because I believed in my dream and that was the goal I wanted to achieve. Of course, you will be out of your family's payroll once you do that. So I had to teach students. I had to take classes at a very young age, teach, train, fight to make money, and at the same time, I started coaching. I knew that we had to make a national martial artist, and we created a national martial artist and competed in a competition that happened in Bahrain, one-off competition for our first MMA competition that happened in Bahrain, from another promotion called Desert Force, and that's when my student fought in that and got noticed by His Highness Sheikh Khalid, and he called me long back and he told me, hey, why don't we train together and let's make a team, and I have a vision about what I want to do with mixed martial art. I was like, no way, like that's not everyday thing that happens to you, I'm like, you have a vision of mixed martial art, let me hear it. And the moment I heard it, his vision, and I said, this is, as a fighter, I went soft, because I was like, thank you, I was like, wow, that is the vision of what's going to happen to mixed martial art. I have suffered because that vision didn't exist, because I went through the dark side of the sports, dark side of the sport business of mixed martial art. I'm one of those people who went through that life. So if you're going to make it into an actual sport and change the vision, then I would quit my passion that I lived my life for and sacrifice fighting and everything just to join your hands with you to make sure that happens. And I would go all the way with you, and the vision was amazing. And we went all the way together, and here we are today,
And you became the very first Bahraini MMA fighter to compete internationally, right?
Yes, I was the first Bahraini to fight internationally. I was my student is now the top-ranked Bahraini fighter. He's also number 4 ranked in the whole of Middle East. So
His name is
Hamza Kawiji. He fought Jeremy Pacquiao as well. Yes,
fighter,
fighter. So he was my student. He was my first student that I made a fighter out of. So I've been into all sides of the sport, coaching, management, promotion, fighting myself, gyms, all that stuff. So it was a fun process, but there's a lot of things to change in the sport. So His Highness created KHK team. He brought in the best fighters like Khabib and Frankie to the team. Also had a second tier, not only the best fighters, but also the second tier of athletes who just turned pro, like Shorty Torres, Franz Malambo. These are the boys who just finished their amateur career, and we took them to give them a better pro career. James Gallagher was one of our boys.
They're from IMMA.
AF, exactly. And then the third tier were the amateurs who needed support. So we said, let's show our passion and see what results we can get for all the three tiers. For the top tier, we put Khabib on the map. Frankie, they thought he was old and done and dusted, and we got him 2 title fights after that. Khabib, on the other hand, became a fan base of Middle East and South Russia because we knew it was easy to do that. And we became the fan base. Today, he has more fans in the Middle East and European region than in Russia itself. And that is why Khabib is Khabib today. So that results are easy results for me because they're already high-level talented fighters. What about the second tier? What did you do with them? We took Shorty Torres, and his first pro career was in Titan FC because we called the Titan FC CEO to Bahrain and we said, we're going to sign this guy. And he saw him and he saw the talent. He's like, yeah, I'm going to get him. I'm going to sign Shorty Torres. So we allowed him to be in Titan FC for his first pro fight. Became 2-division champion in Titan FC, the most successful Titan FC fighter is Shorty Torres today. He's a 2-time world champion amateur level and 2-time 2-division champion at Titan FC. James Gallagher is now the face of Irish MMA after Conor McGregor. Bellator is making their main events in UK and Europe with James Gallagher as the main event. And he got his Bellator shot after Bama after three fights because of what people knew what he was bringing in the cage power behind him. Same thing with Franz Malombo. We signed him because he's too talented to let go to anybody else. I'm like, we'll keep Franz Malombo. I love the guy. He's an amazing talent. What about the third tier? The third tier was amateur fighters, which is our national team. You know, we can't support other national teams. We can support our national team in Bahrain. So that was what did we get the result out of them? Second best amateur team in the world. Not anything more to ask. So we had great success with our vision of KHK, but it was sad because we could only do that for few people. You know, why would we restrict all this good thing for 10 people? You know, let's do it for the world. How do we do it? You know, how do we do it? Let's start a promotion. Let's change the system of mixed martial art. Are you really serious? We're gonna do this? You know how big this is?
And we have great.
Exactly, and people are like, are you really gonna start trying to change MMA into a sport? Like make it like, you know how big it is? I said yes. It's not one man's job or one entity's job. You can't have football without FIFA, UEFA, La Ligas, Premier League, Bundesligas, all the national federations, the athlete scouting programs under that, 4 to 5 divisions under each federation, and then you have the pro federation, international federation called FIFA, you have the league federation called UEFA. They're all separate. If they all were under one company or one boss, he doesn't have the shoulders to carry it. Sports is too big. And what about a sport what is bigger than growing faster and bigger and more global than football? How do you think one promotion or one business entity can handle it? It's impossible. It's a joke when you think about it. Whoever thinks that have never been in the sports business because they've been into MMA business. And MMA is too young to be in the sports business. Get into tennis, get into cricket, get into football, you will know what is sports business. And that is where we are coming from. Asian Football Federation President is Sheikh Salman, who's another who's from Bahrain. Finalist of FIFA presidency, Sheikh Salman from Bahrain. So we know not only the event side of it, we know the big boy sport industry, the politics side, the behind the scenes side, how sports is run internationally, national values that adds to it. We know all the backstage sides of it, and we're going to bring that to MMA, not just the entertainment company and MMA lovers alone. And that's the problem with MMA community, right? Either you have an MMA promotion made by MMA lovers or by businessmen. Both are bad. You know, you want someone who knows business, MMA, and the politics of sport. Combine them together and willing to share the pie. And that's how a bigger sport will be made by 4, 5, 6 federations and entities combining together. Amateur regulatory body, Brave Combat Federation, an international pro regulatory body. You need to have the national federations collaborating together to create their own system of making events, to create a national ecosystem and combine that with the global ecosystem. That's 6 entities coming together and you get a sport. Will you get the 6 entities? If not, I will create the 6 entities. Will I be able to handle everything? No, I will be letting everybody else handle everything. This is the vision of His Highness. He will not stop at small thoughts. He will stop at where the sport is today. He always says that. Our vision is to start from where the sport is today and take it up, not from the beginning. UFC and MMA has taken it to a high level already. Start from there, make it better, you know?
You just gave us a master class on how to start an MMA promotion. Yes, you've been mentioning that, you know, making money is not the priority of Brave CF.
Yes.
recently you've been starting your debut events in different countries. Now in the Philippines in March. So is it safe to say that Greg CF is financially strong, so he doesn't really have to make money?
Oh, definitely. I mean, we're financially super strong.
That's why it's not really the pro.
No, and it's not because of that. I mean, we would never get into something we're not able to handle. There's no point trying to do it for the fun sake of being on the media or being on the camera. You know, that's not our goal. If Bahrain touches something, they're fully involved in it. If we touch our athletic team, we want to make sure our athletic team competes with China and gets 12 gold in Asian Games. If our athletic football team competes in last year we had a year of gold. We get maximum amount of golds in the world events. Now we had a dream by His Highness Sheikh Nasser, who said that in 2022 Bahrain will be in the World Cup, and now it's 2019. So you know what 2022 Bahrain will be in the World Cup is our goal now. Now you will know how much we will keep our promises. In 2022 we will be in World Cup, and you will ask me, how sure are you? Because His Highness Sheikh Nasser said so. If he said it, I know how badly we will work hard to make it happen, you know, because we don't like to involve in something that we cannot handle. We go above and beyond to make it happen. So if you're going to enter MMA business, if we didn't have the money to enter, we wouldn't enter it one way, because that would be like leaving it halfway and giving hope and getting down. No, we would go all the way till the sport has changed. Every sport, from Olympics as a committee, to World Olympics is today as a committee, International Olympic Committee, to the ICC, the International Cricket Council, which is one of the richest leagues, federations in the world, where FIFA is. They all started with a group of people. Everybody is in the business to benefit from the business. That's how the model is today, which is a sad model. I mean, it's not sad. It's whoever wants to see benefit, go do what you think is best for you. Good luck if you benefit from it. And who are you to take care of me and my family or our sport, you know? I mean, why would we get angry with them? But just as a passionate MMA athlete, I see that we are giving too much responsibility on the shoulder to take care of the sport. That's what I feel sad, that if we have given you the responsibility and expected you to take care of the sport for us, and we loved you for it, you should somehow thought about giving it back as well, which is where I'm a little bit pissed off about it, you know. So, but when it comes to the business side of it, everybody's looking at MMA as a joke, you know. Meaning, the international sports business has still not entered MMA business. The moment they enter the international sports business community, people don't know how big that is. When they enter, I am in that industry at international level. MMA is a small baby still, you know. So when they enter into the industry, it's going to be really big. Yes, they sold it for 4.2 billion, and that was one of the biggest turnovers, which is great for us as an MMA community to say that we are entering the mainstream sports business, you know. But like you said, it's still people are skeptical. Will the guys who bought it get the money back? And the reason why is everybody's looking at exit strategy as a model. Let me keep funding it for the 10, 15, 20 years. As much as I can, Series A, Series B, Series C, Series D funding, maybe E, F, G, H, Z funding, and I'll get as much funding, and I will continue for 5, 6, 10, 15 years. Till when? One day, people are going to ask you, what's valuation? Now we have 20 billion valuation, you know, and then you're like, there'll be one day reality has to come. What will you do? I'll open an IPO, finish, we all are escaped, you know. Maybe that's a good next step for them after I said that. But yeah, you know, but then what? Then some of these people who buy will have to know the truth. The truth is, exit strategy is good for us. If we do it, we sell, we get money, finish, we are out, you know. What about the next guy? So if your business model is exit strategy, good for you. Hopefully you will exit it by telling it is 1 billion, 20 billion, or it's a great valuation, and you can exit it. Why not, you know? But the truth is out there. It's not going to be hidden for long, you know. We have a saying that you can hide the truth under a mud, but one day a wind will come, you know, and it will be shown, you know. So our business model, if you ask us, is very simple. We are not into the business of getting people to fund it, and there is no way in the world we will ever sell it, you know, because it doesn't make any point. I mean, we're not into Brave is today Brave. 7 years from now, you won't even care about Brave, because Brave will be a part of a sporting ecosystem. You will have, you know, it's like saying that Philippines Football League was so big, but when FIFA, UEFA, and all this ecosystem came in, that league is just a piece of the whole puzzle. Brave will become a piece of a bigger MMA puzzle that we create. So exit strategy is nothing. After this. Exit strategy is nothing big in our what we are trying to do. But how do we make money? Where the profit comes from? It's an interesting question. The basic sports media industry works more into television rights, digital rights, global sponsorship are the basic ones that you always make money out of. But you get global sponsors when you give them global value. And we are making faster money than anybody else by making 7% profit in the second financial year, which no MMA promotion has done, after doing a crazy globalization platform run, is because we actually give global value. And the global sponsors, global television rights, they all understood what we are providing. And what easier way to create a superstar than to take him at a global level and give him global international attention. It's a simple thing. So I can get more sponsors in Philippines because the Philippines community will sponsor Brave more than it will sponsor anybody else, because one, they know that we can give more exposure to the brand internationally than anybody else. Two, we are able to create more local stars than anybody else. Three, who are coming to a Brave event. Brave event, forget about all the great things we spoke about, but still Brave event is an extravagant festival when it happens. You will have people from around the world flying down. You'll have private jets landing in Philippines. This is what's going to happen. You Mall of Asia never had royal family come down to watch. They've had all the celebrities. It's going to be another big thing. So you're going to have a royal family there. You're going to have celebrities there. But from around the world, when you see the celebrities that are endorsing us, this is some funny thing happens in all our events. Is we have celebrities from India, Bollywood star, model from Brazil, and nobody knows each other. You know, maybe, and each one of them have ego. Like, hey, I'm the biggest, and you know, I'm like, I'm sorry, but you're great in Brazil, but we don't know you, you know. But that's the beauty of it. I enjoy it that everybody comes under one roof. Something special. You have celebrities from around the world there to network. You have royals there, you have businessmen there, you have government there. It's gonna be a star-packed event. And every sponsor would want those eyes to be on that, you know, and they will be like, this is no more fight. We thought combat sport we shouldn't be sponsoring. Now we should be sponsoring only combat sport. So there's a lot of value added to this. This is bringing the world together. This is international relationship. The business expands from here. What is the benefit of sports? Sports leads you to bring people together. We take the benefit of it and bring the world together. Now Philippines and Bahrain together through this. Bahrain will be closer to any country Philippines is close to. Philippines will be close to every country that Bahrain is close to through this tool called Brave Combat Federation. So if we keep the MMA and sports aside, Brave is also a bilateral relationship building platform. You know, it's so much more than a sporting platform. It is what sport defines itself to be. It is what World Cup, FIFA World Cup defines itself to be, is where the world comes together. That is why everybody wants FIFA World Cup in their country. Although they have to spend tons of money, but they know the benefit of future with that. And this is one time Brave comes in, it is going to do so much more. Every other promotion comes in to do what? To take money. To take money. We are coming here to build a future. And that future, what we create, will make us so much more billions than what this ticket says I'm going to be crying about. You know, it doesn't really matter, trust me. The car is there, out?
Yeah.
Tell it to wait, tell it to wait. Right, so it's the idea of who thinks first, yeah? It's always about that. Like, we're just talking about my career of MMA. I mean, am I better than any other MMA fighter in Bahrain? No, I just thought first to be an MMA fighter. So what I did,
something historic.
yes, I started first, you know. So I started training hard, and then tomorrow I'll have my student looking at me training hard. If I stop, I don't know if you know the story of which Bas Rutten was talking about Alistair Overeem. No, let the car wait. Alistair Overeem and Bas Rutten.
You're enjoying.
Bas Rutten tells the story about Alistair Overeem, that Alistair Overeem and Bas was training together. Well, Alistair didn't know much of jiu-jitsu, and Bas used to submit him. And then Alistair Overeem leaves the gym for 2 years or something, and trains jiu-jitsu and comes back to take revenge. And he calls Bas and says, hey, I'm in your gym, where are you? And Bas is like, I'm buying vegetables, what's up? He's like, I'm in your gym, why don't we spar, you know? And then Bas comes back and spars with Alistair and submits Alistair. Alistair's like, what the hell is going on? Why did you submit me? How can you submit me? I trained for 2 years. And then Bas was asking, yes, what did you think I was doing in the 2 years? I was here, you were here. When you trained for 2 years, I was training for 2 years too. You know? So if you ask about Lakai Gym, I say that they thought first to be at a global level, we want to be the best in the world, we want to showcase it, we want to be the world champion. And that does not mean it doesn't make any difference from others. Everybody else now sees that, and they are motivated to think, and you'll have more people coming into that level. and do that thing, and you'll see a lot of other champions trying to do that. There's so much other talent in Philippines as well, internationally and nationally, who are at the par with Lakay and competing at that level, So I think it's just about who thinks what first, and that's where it makes a difference. So in Lakay, it's an example for the rest of the Philippines as well to follow that system, but that does not mean that you might even have that to be a motivation for other gyms to do so much more than them. So, because in their head it would be like, oh, so they're the pinnacle, I can never cross that. If somebody thought that first, maybe they would do it. Let's see who thinks about it. It's a sport of mixed martial art. You can always see changes. Today somebody's big, tomorrow you've seen MMA events, and even in UFC you had a team that was the greatest at one point, and today you don't even see one champion from there. It is what it is.
Yeah, maybe last question. Speaking of one championship and the UFC, let's talk about the brand. The UFC fighters are known for being aggressive and doing trash talk, and the opposite is like one championship. Where do we see Brave Combat Federation?
It's all BS, my friend. It's all BS. Trust me. Let me tell you something. We are not in the business of fooling people. That's the first thing we should think about. Is we're not in the business of fooling people. You either have UFC trying to promote it by trash talking, or you have another side, opposite side, trying to act like they are not trash talkers, so they can convince people based on their cultural mindset. But if you go inside the room of the PR room and sit down, and the discussion will be, let's understand the culture of this community who's our fan base, and let's give them what they want to hear. You know what I mean? Let's face the fact. You're in the media, I'm in the business, we know the truth, Let's not act like this is our culture. This is the culture we are trying to be, so we can attract our market. Simple as that. But what is the truth? Who am I to tell you to trash talk or to be nice? You guys are fighters. Do what the hell you want. I mean, you all have your culture. I'm not going to tell a Filipino fighter.
So you don't control your fighters?
I cannot.
Their social media activities?
Nothing. You become what you want.
Orientation?
Yes.
This is the brand.
This is who you are. This is who you are. We give you a platform. You do what the hell you want. You're an Arab fighter. Show me your Arabic culture. You're an Arab fighter who's in US and living an American life. Why not? I wouldn't say. Why is it bad if a Filipino fighter or a Southeast Asian or Asian fighter thinks of living an American life, or an American fighter thinks of living an Arab life? Why? What's the problem? I mean, how would I judge you? Imagine we are in the world of not judging people anymore, right? And today we are still talking about judging people. Why is this MMA promotion trying to judge people? They're trash talkers. Why not? Why not? He can trash talk if he wants to. He doesn't like you. What's the problem with you? What's the problem? Why are you crying about judging that he's trash talker, which means he's a bad man? Who are you to judge?
That's a good. Do we have very May 15, 2019?
As guests?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's a request actually.
Oh yeah,
Can we have a beef, please?
I wish. I mean, in the end of the day, all the fighters that comes to us is not somebody we bring in. We don't like to show that, okay, we bought the celebrity. Like I said, our event is going to be a star-studded event, so it's going to be a lot of... all over the world. It's going to be a star-studded event anyway, so every fighter would want to be a part of that because it's good for their reputation, it's good for them to network around important people because the fighters need future business, future things as well, and be network with the right people, and that's the key to a fighter's future. Use your brand now to network with the right people and be associated with the right people. Which other place can you go to network with the right people other than Brave? Not even UFC or any other promotion has the caliber of policymakers like Brave has in their events. So that's why we get a lot of UFC fighters, or not just UFC fighters, so many athletes from other sports as well combined with it. It became a behavior of Brave now, that when Brave is happening, everybody wants to go there because it's a big networking program. We love that idea, and we want to give them more hospitality because that's what we are known for, giving a good hospitality to our fighters and our fans and the VVIPs. So hopefully we'll have more of fighters coming. We never call any fighters. We never call fighters to come. They always one way or the other show up. Like Ireland, we didn't call foreigners. Oh, you want to have Chris Cyborg as well, yeah? I mean, Chris Cyborg, I would love her to be there. She's an awesome person to be. So is Randomly. I love him. He's always happy with what he's doing, So hopefully, we would love to see some fighters. I'm sure that there'll be a lot of fighters willing to come to the Philippines. We'll try to get some of them.
You're very busy, I know that. So please end with please invite the Filipinos to watch on March 15th.
March 15th, Mall of Asia. This is going to be the biggest MMA event for Philippines mixed martial arts because it's the first time a Philippines champion who is getting the largest international endorsement in mixed martial art, coming down and fighting in his home country. So he's having a tough fight against a tough opponent, one of the toughest in the flyweight actually, Elias. So it's not an easy fight. It's not a fight that is great for business-wise for as well. It's a risky fight for Loman. It's a risky fight for Elias because they both are tough. And these are two fighters that show up in the cage, not outside the cage. Both are humble, both are nice guys outside the cage. These are two guys that show up inside the cage and you don't know what you're going to see inside the cage. And you never expect, you always think this guy's going to be better than him. And they always show up and show they're really good, you know. And that's Elias and that's Loman. When they fight with each other, it's going to be 50-50 for me. Anything could happen in any ways, you know. But Elias is a world champion at 66 kg. And the last loss he had, and where he lost his world championship title, is against Baba Jenkins. So to drop down from 66 to 61, he deserves a title shot because if he went 5 rounds against Baba Jenkins and went to decision against Baba Jenkins and was a former champion, he deserves a title shot in the lower weight class for sure. You know, there's nobody else I think deserves the title as much as he does. There are fighters who've won fights in that weight class, but I think if Elias drops down, he has become a champion, stayed a champion, definitively. He could have dropped down weight long back when he became a champion. He said, no, I'll still defend it because I don't want to be the guy who took a championship belt and run away to another weight class and, you know, take a championship there and show that I'm double champ, you know.
So Elias requested for this title fight? Or
no, he didn't.
Brave offered it to him.
We always look at the best option and we need to give it to them. That's what we do. One thing good about Brave is that people in Brave, fighters in Brave really understand what they're doing. So we hardly have fighters as individuals. You'll see fans talking about us. Oh, why did you give fight to him? Why did you give fight to him? But you never see the fighter replying and saying, yeah, why did you give the fight to me? Because they all know what we're doing. We're not in the business of saying, okay, this guy's more marketable, or oh, you know what, let's go to Philippines, this guy will be easier to beat. We're not in that business, you know, we're not in the business, and I'm sorry. I could have, but that's the thing, I'm sorry that
easy.
I'm sorry about that. All Filipino fighters will have tough fights because in Brave,
Filipinos are crazy, as crazy as Brazilians.
Exactly. I can't wait. I know Filipino fans maybe more than you do because in Bahrain, we have a huge Filipino community. In Dubai, we have a huge Filipino community. In Abu Dhabi, we have a huge Filipino community. In Saudi Arabia, we have. So every country we go to,
we are all over the world.
And every country we go to, this country we have a fighter, we have Filipino fighters. It's a home country. It's a home fight. So when Jeremy Pakachi fought Hamza Kohiji in Bahrain, Hamza Kohiji is Bahrain's. His nickname is Pride of Bahrain.
Right.
And he fought Jeremy Pakachi. And the only thing, I was sitting there with His Highness. And then the media came to me and said, next fight is Bahrain versus Philippines. What do you have to say? I said, I don't think we are fighting in Bahrain. I don't think Hamza has the advantage of fighting at home. This is not a home fight. Yeah, this is not a home fight. You know, they're screaming louder. It was unbelievable. So I can't wait what happens when it happens in Philippines. I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be fun. I'm so excited for this. So I hope everybody comes, shows up there, support your fighter. This time Elias is a tough fight, but I'm sure that Elias is fighting with 2 opponents this time. It's Loman and the Filipino fans, you know. So it's gonna be tougher for Elias on that level. So I hope all the Filipino people come and watch the Mall of Asia. Enjoy seeing Brave come for the first time, and everybody's going to be here, and I hope His Highness Sheikh Khalid bin Hamad also flies down to come and be a part of this
Chris
event.
Cyborg will be there. Happy.
I wish. I will let them know. But I'm sure that everybody, the MMA community is going to be super excited to be in Philippines. It's going to be a place that everybody wants to be a part of.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.